Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, everyone knows he's moving to Texas.
I didn't know that.
Yeehaw.
Well, I heard something. But so he's officially.
Well, yeah, he's been official for a while. He's been bouncing it around for a year and a half or something. But he's about a few months ago, 2 months ago, he's been official. And I think, this week he released that someone called him on the podcast out on it. And he said, yeah, I'm fucking moving. He says, look, LA's overcrowded. And with this COVID thing, it's definitely understood it's overcrowded. All the mayors suck in how they handle the homeless and da-da. And he goes, I can't blame them. It's too many people. I don't know if it's possible. But California's too many people. COVID is spreading. We just surpassed New York with COVID cases. Yeah. And he's like, but I want to move to Texas because people are nice there. West Coast, East Coast, easy to get to for his comedy. He's like, and you get a little more freedom down there, get a little more wiggle room with what you want to do with your life. And space, so
he's probably gonna get a fucking super mansion down there.
Shit. Fuck, probably has one, but probably has multiple. But he, it's California's. It kind of goes back to this conversation, Jordan. This is why I am growing to hate California and why I grew to hate California and San Francisco. And it's just like this bitch fest, this fucking bitch fest. Like the world fucking sucks. And I get it. And you got to like protest. You got to like speak your mind. But once every single person is getting pointed at by this mob mentality on social media and getting people cancel culture and this. And I just posted something on our story this week about it's like 62% of Americans are scared to share their political views because they know they could get fired, because they know people will yell at them. In both sides, liberals and Republicans. It's insane. And people should be talking. This used to be a law.
Right.
And now it's like, you're fucking racist, you're fucking this, you're fucking scum of the earth, oh, fucking rich guy not doing this. It's like, whoa, dude, like, what are you doing? Wait, I know some rich people that have said this. I'm like, look at your fucking house and car and you're yelling at this guy? Oh, why don't you sell your fucking house? Why don't you move a family into your house? No, you won't, right, bitch? You just want to bitch. You want to point the finger, but three are pointing back at you. And it's, it's just, it drives me nuts. And I don't know if that's why Joe Rogan's moving, but maybe it sounds like that might be part of it.
Well, you know what? And there's a lot of people that talk shit about California too. And I hear it all the time, and it's usually my go-to is like, get the fuck out then. What are you still doing here? Like,
I'm thinking about it.
Especially business owners. Like I talked to a lot of business owners and like, oh yeah, because I had employees and I did the unemployment thing and paid the taxes and it's fucking gruesome, dude. It drains the shit out of you. And I had them for 3 years, finally did away with them. But a lot of business owners, they tell me that all the time. Fucking, we pay too much taxes here. I was like, what the fuck are you still doing here then?
Well, that's also like, you don't like America, go and leave. That's right. It's like easier said than done. Because,
of course.
I mean, you could do it, but when your whole family's around a certain area, your whole livelihood, your career, it's not that easy. Just pick up and leave. But if you really want to, you can. But we moved to Sac because it was cheaper.
Right.
I was, my girlfriend kind of convinced me to come here. I was like, I want to go to San Diego. Like, I want to be like around some like, some tech dudes or some ambitious business guys that got some foundation going and more up to date with technology and stuff. But we moved here because it was cheap. But guess what? Not so cheap anymore. So I'm like, fuck. At least in San Francisco, we had a beach.
Yeah, right.
And the weather was nice. I'm like, fuck. And there was like great, I know COVID ruined it, but great going out activities and something free concerts all the time and just tons of shit to do, different neighborhoods. But man, Sacramento's getting high because people like me have moved here.
Mm-hmm. Thanks a lot, Jay.
Yeah, you're welcome. I was told the same thing when I moved to San Francisco from wherever I moved at that time. But think it's like Idaho, Colorado, Montana, Texas. I'm sure Oregon surpassed Washington. They're like, fuck you guys, quit coming here. Quit coming here.
Right.
And I heard my cousin lives in Texas. He said there was a sign, like a big sign that says, this is not California.
Nice.
Rudy, a classmate of us, lives in Wyoming. In Colorado, he's lived there too. And he says, like, man, all the Californians move here because they hate their state. Then they vote and change the laws just like the state they left, which now we're worried they're going to ruin this shit, the gun laws and everything else.
Interesting.
They're like, fuck, you left it because it turned into a fucking homeless sanctuary, and now you're coming here and trying to do the same thing to feel good. It's like, so, you see it on TikTok all the time. Montana sucks. We actually had this conversation, remember, about Montana?
Wyoming.
We're talking about Montana, how beautiful it was and the big blue sky.
I think it was Wyoming.
Nah, Montana.
Was it?
I don't know. We could go back.
When
and
I was
check.
talking shit about it.
Yeah, because I love Montana.
Yeah, I think it was Wyoming.
I think I wouldn't defend Wyoming. That's why I know. I don't like Wyoming.
We're gonna have to go back,
Yeah,
Jay.
I'm not a big fan of Wyoming, but Wyoming's cool, I guess. But yeah, it is kind of crazy because it's like I guess Colorado, they're trying to change the gun laws. All these Californians are moving over there over the last 10 years. And they're like, fuck, like what other laws are going to change to be exactly like California, the state we left?
Seems vague. Seems vague. I mean, I had to do my research on it. But going back to that,
vague.
Going back.